Oof. Ah. I just got back from doing the street photography. Well, kind of a street photography. I guess you'll see the video about it soon enough here in Hong Kong at a night market, the Temple night market, I believe it was. It was kind of awkward because usually when I do street photography, I don't have GoPros on me and my vlogging cameras with me. But this time I do, and people definitely noticed me. So it was kind of a different experience. But anyway, I thought, why not do a video about what gear I bring along with me during my Hong Kong trip? I'm only here for one night, well, 2 days, one night, because I'm leaving tomorrow at around 10 p.m. So it's kind of like 2 full days because today I arrived early in the morning. Anyway, I just thought that, some of the gears that I bring along with me might be, helpful to some of you. Or if you just like watching gears in general, it could just be entertaining. But if I'm boring you, then my bad, I'm sorry. But otherwise, let's get into the video. So the first and obvious gear that's already out of my camera bag is the R5 with the 28 to 70 millimeter f2. This one is my go-to setup at, well, 95% of the time since last year. It's just a very versatile setup. The R5 has pretty good autofocusing system, whether it's in low light, bright light, really high contrast situations. If it's not good enough for you, then there's always a system, well, settings inside that you can always tweak it, the sensitivity, the tracking, and yeah, just it's really a versatile camera. It's also pretty good in low light, at least for what I do. And this lens just makes it really nice because it's sharp throughout the focal range and it's f2 throughout the focal range as well, which makes it very versatile. The only contradiction about it is all of the focal length on this lens is the length that I find very weird. Whether it's 28, 35, 50 is like the weirdest focal length that ever existed in my opinion, because I love 24 millimeter, it's my equivalent of 50. But anyway, that's for a different video. Then there's obviously 70, which is close, but not that close to an 85. So it's all very weird, but because it's a zoom lens with really sharp glass throughout the range and it's an f2, it makes it a very versatile lens and a lens that I'm willing to compromise what my focal lengths are, just to have this versatility, especially when I'm just, going around the city exploring, things like that. So yeah, there is that. And this is the bag that I took along with me. This morning at around 3 o'clock in the morning, before leaving, I decided to actually leave my tripod at home. It's the Peak Design Travel tripod, but I have another tool that replaces my tripod, and I will discuss it later on in a bit. But anyway, moving on to the side, this is the pole that I used to take an overhead shot of my photo shoot, because I did a photo shoot, well, 2 photo shoots earlier today. So there's that. That was actually for my Insta360 X2. Yeah, Insta360 One X2, whatever the name is. It's pretty long. And then opening up the flap up here, the first goodie is my vlogging camera, which is the A7 IV, and my favorite Sony lens of all times that I actually wish that I wish that Canon would actually have this option is the 20mm f1.8. This is a weather sealed lens, which makes it worthwhile to get it as well. And for the price, for the performance and the price is actually, yeah, it's all really justifiable, really, whether you're doing paid job or not, because it's a very small lens, yet the capability and reliability is really good. This camera, obviously Sony color science isn't that great, but for vlogging their color science has improved dramatically compared to even the A7 III, and of course it's a very versatile camera, and yeah, overall it's a nice camera with a very small, well, tiny setup really, that I really like. So yeah, it's good enough for vlogging. And then kind of my secret little weapon that I don't really use a lot, actually rarely for professional work, actually I never use it for professional work. There's actually a video that I just published about this lens as well. But it's actually a very nice nifty little tool, especially for this trip when my bag is already too full for bringing a 7200 f2.8. This lens is just a nice travel lens to have for whether taking visual notes or just zoom in kind of images. And you know, the images out of newer RF lenses are actually very nice as well. Plastic bag, because you never know if you need to actually throw something away or if you need to put something inside a plastic bag, so always keep that ready. This is my pouch of cables and card readers, different types of cables, different types of card readers, and spare AAA batteries inside. This is kind of a little magic arm, but this one mounts onto the bottom end of the tripod mount of the camera, and this I just mount a GoPro so that it gives me a different perspective. You have seen some of those perspectives already with this little magic arm. This, I believe, are my GoPros. I have the Hero 8 and the Hero 10. To be very honest with you, I prefer the size of the Hero 8, but I like the extra battery life of the Hero 10. And it is a little bit smoother, but in terms of quality, when you publish on YouTube, you barely see any difference, to be honest. And also in terms of low light, yes, if you put them side by side, you do see a hair difference, but if you just randomly put each clip here and there, you don't really see the difference in low light between the two anyway. So yeah. And then, oh yeah, and the Hero 10 is a tiny bit faster when it comes to the startup time, which actually helps if you want to record the clip right away. This is the pouch of my chargers. Oh, and I think, yeah, here's a travel adapter that is a lifesaver, because if you invest in a really nice travel adapter with proper PD output as well, you don't really always need to bring a lot of power bricks. So for example, this trip is actually the first trip I'm leaving my MacBook Pro power brick at home, because that thing is bloody heavy. You know, you have like the MacBook Pro charging brick, it's like really heavy, and it's like that size or something like that. So having just one travel adapter and multiple USB PD powered, also good PD power, not just like 5 or 10 watts, but like a really proper one, is really a lifesaver. And yeah, it's just all the chargers in this pouch. Some straps. This is obviously for the GoPro on my chest mount. This is my Peak Design strap. I should have at least 2 of these. Yeah, just in case. Then my 360 camera. This is the reason I didn't upgrade, is because for YouTube I don't see the reason to upgrade, and I already have a bunch of batteries for this one. Yes, the newer one has bigger sensor and it's a tad better in low light, but if you're uploading to YouTube, to be honest, with the compression you don't really see the difference unless you just put it side by side and pixel peep. Yeah, here's my pouch of batteries, whether it's Fujifilm, Sony, Canon, GoPros, it's all in this bag. Right here. Ooh. And then this is obviously my DJI microphone, the wireless one. Obviously there's only one mic in here because the other one is here recording the audio for this video. And of course, another gear that's out is obviously the camera and the lens that's recording this video right now, which is the X-T3 with the 10 to 24 millimeter lens. I brought that setup purely for this video and also for the street shooting earlier that I did this evening. It's so hot. Oh, and I am sorry if you hear the really loud air conditioning sound. It's a really old air conditioner. I put it to the highest setting and it's still boiling hot in this room. But anyway, here is my secret to avoiding, well, not bringing my tripod. So this is another magic arm, but it's by SmallRig, not Manfrotto. Although I do recommend the Manfrotto one because it is a lot more durable, but this one is tinier and it's just, yeah, lighter. And today I mount the R6 with the 28 to 70 millimeter, and it proved to hold just fine. And I just clamp this to any rail or any object that I can clamp to that's stable. So that's how I avoid bringing the tripod. Of course, the tripod would be so much versatile, but this just saves my back a lot more considering what I'm already bringing. This is obviously my memory card pouch, all the CF cards, SD cards, card readers, and CF Express cards are in here. I've been using it since 8th grade, and it's still going strong, hasn't fallen apart yet. More buddy caps, whoops. Yeah, anything else that's gonna be useful? Oh, one battery slipped out. Anyway, and a towel just in case I need to clean the camera because today it did drizzle a little bit in Hong Kong. Yeah, and then moving on to the front of the bag, here is where I keep my postcards. You know, this is a sample. I have many designs from Tokyo, from Thailand, from Germany, and so on and so forth. My information at the back. It's just a nice gift to give to people, you know, especially if you just meet them on the street, things like that. So yeah, there is that. And then my power bank, which I don't recommend putting or having it plugged in like this the whole time because it could damage the motherboard inside and also the actual cable itself. But it's very convenient. Yes, I do have a cable bag in there, but this is just for an emergency because I'm traveling in a country where, or in a place where, you know, it's my first time here and having fast access to power source is crucial. Yeah. Tissue, extra bags, more body cabs, things like that, and yeah, nothing else really interesting. And then back here is a secret compartment, kind of secret. It's actually where I place all the quick access stuff, whether it's, you know, dongle, hard drives, card readers. Yes, I do have the pouch where I have all the hard drives, card readers, and extra batteries and everything, but this is actually the compartment where it's more crucial stuff, like if I want to edit in a cafe or if I want to edit on the plane, then this compartment alone is a really fast access to these vital equipments. Obviously, mint doesn't hurt, lens pen. So yeah, it's pretty much a crucial little compartment for me to access some of the crucial stuff that I might need or some of the stuff that I want to access quickly. Yeah, there's that. And this bag has a secret compartment. So behind this kind of belt, I don't know, strap, I don't know how you call it, that you usually just, you know, slide the actual luggage handle onto so that this bag can be mounted onto the luggage itself or your suitcase, is actually a secret compartment where I keep just simple medications, whether it's paracetamol or hand sanitizers, envelopes, all the way to, you know, my passport. Yeah, and it's just hidden in this little compartment. On the side here, just like in every single of my bags, whether it's backpack or messenger bag, there is always this Peak Design camera clip or capture clip. I forgot what's the name of it, but yeah. And now moving on to the main compartment itself, which is still very heavy. Okay, whoops. This is my MacBook Pro 14-inch. Yeah, I use that to edit my vlogs, my videos, my work, whether it's professional or personal work. And obviously this time I'm only bringing the actual MagSafe cable, but not the actual brick because I'm just really testing my travel adapter. And this is my favorite Fuji lens ever. It's the 16mm f1.4. Again, I'm not a big fan of 50mm focal range, so I don't have the 35 with me because, yeah, I find that weird. That being said, hypocritically, I do have my 51.2 just in case because it's a 1.2, and I absolutely love the characteristics of this glass from Canon. It's such a beast. Even though 50mm is not my favorite focal range, I think it's a weird focal range, but the characteristics coming out of this glass alone is just worth it alone, and that f1.2 is an extra bonus on top. So there is that. Usually in this compartment here that's empty is the, the X-T3 just cut out because the memory cards are full. Anyway, back into the video. So this compartment is, yeah, for the 10-24, and this is for the X-T3 that's filming me right now. That's why they're empty. And then the last main camera in here is the R6 with my favorite 85 1.2 lens on here. It's the RF 85. It's the basic 85 1.2, not the fancy one, because I'm cheap. Yeah, and yeah, overall, just like the R5, it has very reliable autofocusing system. It has very nice, beautiful skin tones and color signs, albeit my favorite Canon color signs is still from the 1DX. Actually, the original 1DX Classic has my favorite color signs out of any camera that I ever owned and or use. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for this video. Yeah, I can't think of any other things that... Oh yeah, because I only brought one bag with me, I already took out my clothing and toiletries, things like that, spare clothes, and water bottle, because yeah, they're not really relevant to gear talk. But because I'm only here for one night, I didn't bring a lot either, but I ended up buying a lot because I totally underestimated the heat in Hong Kong. The thing is, yes, it's winter time technically speaking, but it's still very hot outside. Even it's like 20 degrees or 22 degrees, it's still very hot. But because recently I saw pictures, you know, of people wearing coats and long boots and things like that, it makes it seem like it's cold for some reason. So I brought like a really thick sweater with me. That's what I wore this morning. And I ended up having to go to Uniqlo first things first, just because the stuff I brought were way too warm and I had to buy new clothes there. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. If you have any questions, any suggestions, or if you're wondering something or have any tips, feel free to just comment down in the comment section below. If you need a free photography guidebook, it's absolutely for free on my website. Just click the link down in the description section below as well. More online courses are definitely coming up, both free and more professional courses as well. So yeah, I thank you all very much for watching. Stay safe, have fun shooting. Till next time, bye for now.